Okay, I see the "We Are Live" button, so I'd say that means we're live.
We're live!
All right, hi everybody. My name is Alyssa. That's Kristy. We
Hello.
are part of the Headliner team. We do this every week. It's called the Headliner Power Hour. We just kind of hang out, answer any questions that you may have. It's pretty casual, so as you come in, don't be afraid to just go ahead and leave a question in the comments. We will do our best to answer it. Yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I've got a little quick mini presentation just showing us what we're going to be talking about today, and then I'll hand it on over to Kristy, and he'll do all these awesome demos for you. So, headliner things, we like to just kind of start off with different announcements or just not necessarily product related things, but we do have a template design contest live right now. So, I will of course be dropping instructions on how to enter that or what the heck it is in the comments below. But basically, it's a way that you can show off all of your wonderful creations here with Headliner and potentially have a new template designed by you to live forever in our product. And then also the winners will receive free Headliner Pro as well as a really cool added benefit. Any questions, again, feel free to drop them in the comments or email us directly at support@headliner.app. And then things that Kristy is going to be showing and talking about today. So we've had some really cool updates go out that shipped quite literally yesterday. So they're brand new to Headliner. Right now you have the ability to caption full-length video and audiogram projects in Headliner. This is a really big update. We've been seeing podcasters ask for this, and we're super excited to say that it's finally live. So Kristy will, of course, be showing you how to access that feature. And then he will also be running through how to create and share projects with us. So you can enter the template design contest and know what's going on and how to do it. And also just for your notification, it's good to know how to create templates. And if you are especially working on a team, great to know how to share those projects as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, stop talking, and turn it on over to Kristy. I'll just monitor the chat for now and drop in all of the things I said I'd drop in and answer questions at will. So take it away, Kristy.
Okay, so the first thing I want to share is how to kind of make templates and also how to share them. There's a bunch of ways to save them, so I'm going to kind of go through like there's just so much, and I could do this for hours, and I'm just going to show you very quickly how to save the two main ways to save templates. Let's go through the manual audiogram maker. Well, there's two ways. So we're going to do manual audiograms. Let's do like you're trying to save something for an Instagram story. You pick your episode. It kind of doesn't matter at this point for like what audio you use for saving a template. You're basically just trying to see how this goes. So let's say you want to keep the captions on. Now choose a template. Here is and saving templates is available only in the basic and the pro tier. So let's do this. I'm going to just make some quick edits to something I would make for my own podcast. I do have my own podcast. If you want to check it out, it's called Five at the Door. Just a little plug, just the smallest little plug. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna go from. Let's go from black to my actual branding colors, and then let's move this up. We can move this up a little bit, kind of like that. And then I'm going to make this a little smaller right there. And then actually, because I don't have my episode, I have my episode titles in my art already. So I just kind of need to do that. Put this here. Love it. This is great. Now, if you see right here, save template. So this will let you name it. This portrait style 5 at the door, save template. Awesome. Now, you've saved the template. You don't even have to move any more forward. Just click the home button right here. And actually, you will see all of your templates right here. You have this kind of, it's based off of like when you made it. So the most recent one is at the bottom. So there it is right there. You can also make and save templates in the advanced editor automatically. So let's say we're making something in landscape. And okay, so advanced editor. Let's do here. We'll make the stuff that I've been wanting to make. Ooh, I can do it this way. So let's say you're making all this stuff. You can upload this right here. I've got like a bunch of like images and stuff that I can work with. I think it's actually on the desktop. All right, cool. Boom, right here. We're just going to add, one of my favorite hedgehogs of all time. Put him right here. Add to the video. And then we can add some more tracks. I actually am only going to do, let's do 2 more tracks. So media 1, media 2, and media 3. Media 2, I'm going to upload as, if that's going to be in the bottom, okay, cool. So then I'm going to do this, open this up. It's got a clear background, so this is going to look pretty cool when it plays. I think it's about right there. Rotating cube. Cool, love it. And actually, I'm going to move this. I'm going to move media 3 to the bottom because I need the bottom to be my background. Remember, this is a layering system. If something's hidden, it's because it needs to go top down. Right here, I have, let's see if I can see. Not this way. Let's do it from icons. Cool. There it is. Awesome. Let's make that huge. And let's have it go pan to the left. Awesome. Fantastic. So this is what my video looks like. You can see, I mean, this is so cool. Here, let's just zoom in right here. And then I'm going to press play. So this is what my template's going to look like. It moves. It's got cool imagery. It's got like a rotating thing. We're cooking. We're absolutely cooking. Now, let's say I'm done. You can add progress animation here. We can do that really quick. We can do the style bar. It'll be at the bottom. So we can move this a little bit more up. And now we'll have this bar at the bottom that plays as something's going. Very, very cool. There's just lots of stuff to play around with. I, ask everyone to just kind of jump in here and just start making stuff and flipping things around and get really comfortable with our system. Let's say it's done. Click Save as a Template. Now, here's something very, very important. There are rules for full length and there are rules for up to 10 minutes. Up to 10 minutes, a lot less rules. You can kind of do whatever you want, and then you can save the template that way. For a full episode template, it requires a lot of stuff. Only add videos or GIFs at the top or bottom layer. Awesome, great. Turn off captions, animations. Yes, you can have captions, but you are not allowed to have the animations, the karaoke in there. All assets should start and end at the same time. Fantastic. So I've done everything except for remove any transitions or progress animations. So progress animation, I'd have to turn that off. Cancel. And actually, let's make sure I can. You'd have to turn it to none in order to turn that off. Then I would have to turn this into none. And then I would have to do this into none as well. Now, I believe you click Save as a Template, full length. It's all available, ready to go. We don't even have to see that screen because it works. So full episode Sonic. Save template. Template saved. Great. You don't need to make anything. You can just now use this stuff. And that will be found at the bottom. So let's say for the transcription, the template contest, how you share that with us is when you are in here looking at this specific project that has the template that you like, you use this link. This is the link to send it to us that has the project in it. This is where we'll be able to see the template, and this is how we'll be able to use it when we finish this template contest at the end. Okay, cool. Kind of went through a bunch of stuff for that one. Is there any questions?
We did get a question.
What?
Somebody asked, what's the most common question that you get? And I feel as head of support, you are just the authority on how to answer that.
I would say, a common question that I get a lot is the layering issue. We're like, hey, I added this thing where, it's now blocking everything. I don't understand. So what a lot of people do is they'll go add track, click media. It's at the top. So if I add anything into here, let's use that right here. So let's just add this.
If you want to share your screen, that might be
a
good too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to start all the way over with that one. Cool. So let's delete that. Okay, cool. So like, let's say I'm in this template and what a lot of people end up doing is this, add track, media, and then you click this to add something. And let's say, cool, this is what I want my background to be. You add it to your video. But if you look, it's covering everything. You're like, what's going on? I don't get it. And actually, because there's something behind it, you'll see something happen right after the 5-second mark. You'll see it switch. And the reason for that is because this is a top-down layering system. Whatever background needs to be underneath other images. So you can just grab it. Like we literally have these little dots right here. It's supposed to be like a description of, hey, I can move this. I find it fascinating that that is the descriptor for it. It also only shows up when you're on the actual track. So just drag and drop that underneath it. And now you'll see that it's underneath the whole thing. Also, if you want to get something to be exactly right at the end of something, you see that it ends at 10 seconds. Right here, end time 10 seconds. You can literally just click into the asset and change this to 10 seconds. Save. It now extends all the way over there. Other questions that I have is actually, if you have a podcast that's on Spotify, a lot of people, here, I'll do this. This is my podcast, share, copy show link. We get this all the time. So if you are in Headliner and you're trying to make an audiogram, and you click anything, you just need to get to the part where you're picking something. If you're trying to look for a podcast, this is not a link that will work. We are unable to search for Spotify links. Spotify is not an RSS feed. It's just a link to their kind of just their website. We look for specifically RSS feeds. If you want to find your RSS feed with Spotify, this is what you do. You need to go into Spotify, click settings, then availability, and then scroll down to the RSS distribution to see your RSS feed. I believe it'll be an anchor link, and that is what you'll use. That is the best way to add something that even if you are uploading to Spotify. That is a question I get a lot. I think that's the kind of the two main ones that I do get. Cool. Are there any other questions?
That's the only one that I saw right now.
Okay, cool. The other thing I wanted to show you, the new thing that we've added, is how to create and caption full-length projects. So if you wanted to do it this way, manual audiograms, you would click YouTube, or let's do it I find this the simplest way to think about our project is, I'm not sure, show me the old options. It's 10 minutes or full length. You want to do something full length. So let's click full length, specific episode, let's see. We will click. Also, if you're missing an episode, we haven't pulled it, you can literally click inside this picture and it'll refresh the feed and we'll be able to pull an episode for you.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the refresh. You can refresh your feed a bunch of different ways. You can literally do that here. Let's say you can't find your episode. Boom, refresh feed is up here as well. I just released a new episode, so that's probably why it was kind of goofy. So yes, take me to the old options, full length, specific episode, boom, there it is. And that's why this little thing is right there. That's the refresh feed button. Cool. Do no thanks. I don't need that through this now. Now let's do something from the beginning. So start with a blank canvas. Here's the caption button. So editing these captions, if you wanted to do the full episode from a headliner straight into the manual audiogram and do the whole thing, you can just turn this on, edit the caption style, do the whole thing. You will not be able to edit these captions. There is a way to do that, but that is not through this specific portion of Headliner. You would have to go through our transcription-based editor. That would let you edit those transcriptions and then the audio as well. And then you can go from there into this and outward through the exporting of the audiogram. Let's see. Then you can also do this through another way. By doing that, you'll have your captions on your video, the full length. It'll take like an hour or so to make it, but it'll be right there for you. The next thing is the caption and clip video podcast. Will let you do it as well. So you add captions to a single video. Let's do this. Next, we'll use our sample video. Continue with this. Captions button, right? Boom, right there. Turn it on, add captions, edit the caption style. You can place where you want.
I'm going to jump in super quick.
Yeah.
The important distinction for captioning the video, like the full length video, it comes in the step right before this. So at the very top, there is like a toggle of clip or full episode. You'll just need to toggle to the full episode so we don't cut it off at the 10-minute mark. That's the only distinction you need to know for the video captioning.
That is in this section, correct? Yes.
Yeah, right there, full episode.
Cool. So right when you upload your audio, if you are trying to just get a clip, this is just getting one single. Here, we'll actually start from the beginning there. Caption and clip video podcast, add captions to a single video. And like even it says right here, easily add captions in your preferred style to any video podcast, apply them to an entire episode or select a specific clip. So you select this, You get your aspect ratio right. We'll use the sample. Boom, right there. Do you want a clip or you want to do the full episode? You do full episode or just the entirety of the clip, or excuse me, the entirety of the file. Now we'll let you know that editing the full episode captions isn't supported yet, but it will be soon. That's still the same thing that is available if you go through Eddie to this, and then our transcription editor to this, and then exporting. And that is basically it. Again, small changes making a bigger impact. That is kind of our whole thing. Actually, it's a pretty big change, actually, I would say. But that is it.
Exciting change. We had a lot of people ask for that very specifically.
Yeah.
It looks like we still have a couple people hanging out.
Cool.
If you all have any questions, drop them in the comments. We'd love to answer them.
Yeah. I'd just like to remind everyone, I hang out at that Discord. I'm going to be doing actually I'll be there for an hour on Monday doing kind of like answering people's questions and stuff. And then I'll just be hanging out in there no matter what. But literally come hang out with me. It's I've got literally all the answers to your questions, and that's what I'm here for.
It's a good time in the Discord for sure.
It's a good
time. But do you think we could maybe show people how to use the transcript-based editor for if they wanted to edit those captions and then pass it on over to the audiogram modal from there?
Trying to also explain that like there are the way that the kind of the pathway works is that, you know, if your video or if your audio is edited, you're entering Headliner as kind of the assumption that it is. So you can edit and then go through like this path, but you are mainly starting as if the project is already edited itself. So the way kind of I like to think about it is there's a few steps. Cool. I am sharing. Awesome. So this button is going to take you to the editor. This kind of is where I believe everyone should start. I use this for all of my podcasts. I have 57 episodes. I edit everything here. So I start in here, and actually you'll see I've made a bunch of edits. I do all of my openings and make sure that it's clean. I started with an I like my very, very quick. So you basically do all of your editing right here. So if you edit anything like this, and you hold and delete, it will edit the audio as well. You can also insert an element, insert speaker, insert a chapter. This is the main here. I released an episode today at 10 in the morning. I started working on editing and promoting my episode at 9:30. I was done editing my podcast at about 9:37. I went to Canva, made my episode art. I used the promo pack to get my show notes right here. I copy them, I put them into Spotify, I upload it all, and then I still had enough time. It allowed me to schedule it at 10 in the morning, which is when it was released. So it took me. I feel like the one thing that I've talked to people about is the time it takes to edit. It's the worst. That is the worst part about podcasting. I will, die on that hill. We make that so simple. I was able to procrastinate and get my stuff done in 15 minutes, 20 minutes before my episode was released. I'm very, very happy for Eddie. Now, so let's say you're done. Let's say there's I make some minor edits here and there. But let's say you're like, okay, I want this full episode to go to YouTube. You would just click export, and then you would click audiogram. And what this is going to do is it's now going to treat this as your audio file. That is the best way to explain it. You have edited this audio. Now what we're going to do is in the back end, we are now exporting this as your the file that you upload to Spotify, we're making that for you right now. I believe it's an M4A file. That's what we're exporting this as. And then this is going to directly go right into Headliner. Oh my God, my timing couldn't have been better. By the way, that's a 37-minute episode. It just did that in, what was that, 15 seconds, 20 seconds? I'm so happy. I love this thing. So let's say I'm making something for YouTube. I'm going to change the aspect ratio right there to confirm that. Then I'm going to pick some, we're going to use my Sonic one. Now, full episode Sonic, that, this is the template that I made. This is what I've decided is going to be exactly right. What you would do is pick the template that you want, that you've already made and saved. And then you click captions. And this is where you edit the captioning. And you're ready to go. Now this will be a full episode launched into, it will make the episode, and then you can share it directly to YouTube. Let's say I didn't want it, I clicked the wrong template. Click change template. I meant to do a square. Click the change aspect ratio, go to my square and all my saved templates there. Or you could use any of the ones that we've made for you. I have tons of templates because I do this for a living. That's basically it. Then once you're done, you'll be inside of Headliner and you'll be able to share it. In fact, those episodes will be in your projects. You'll be taken to that page, but let's say your computer dies, right? You can go into projects and all of those episodes that you've made will be literally right here. You don't have to click that. You can just click the share button to the far right. I think that this is something that I think not a lot of people know, is that you can literally just share any of this stuff right here. And this will take you to that share page that you see when you're done making a project. Boom, done. And that's about it.
So we do have a really interesting kind of like thread going on right now in the comment section.
Ooh.
So we do have a podcaster in the chat, and they don't necessarily have Headliner. They're looking for options to grow. They don't have videos, so they're kind of wondering like what tools are available to them. So obviously you've been showing the audiogram flow, but maybe we want to explain a little bit more about what audiograms are, and then also if you could show the podcast promo pack so they could see how blogs are generated, should they, like, if they don't want to create like video clips or anything like with audiograms.
So when it comes to promotion, that's kind of where our business started. Is there was this weird thing that happened in the early 2010s, which all these social media companies were created, Twitter, Facebook. They made it so that you weren't able to share audio on their platform. In fact, if you have your episode anywhere and there's like an upload limit, right? Let's say in Twitter's is like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You can't just drag and drop a file onto Twitter. Like, let's say you have this juicy clip, this MP3 file, and you just want to post that and do a funny little tweet about it. You can't just put that there. It has to be a video. So we started as a company to take audio into video, which is this thing called an audiogram. Static image in the back, audio playing in a waveform. It's kind of, if you've ever heard the term audiogram, that is it specifically. Now audiogram has kind of changed and evolved over the last 10 years, where it's now kind of just a video that has transcription and it's used for promotion. It's kind of like its content and its intent, which is to promote something. Now, I kind of just went on a little rant there. So let me get back into Headliner. We'll kind of show you like the way to use what I would say is like the best way to start promoting yourself online, and using our tools is, I think, the best bet. So one of the best things, let's see, which one is these? Okay, cool. So when you are in Headliner, you can go into the transcription editor. The transcription editor will take you to all your episodes that you've used on the product. Now, remember, I can transcribe your podcast while generating show notes, episode art, and keywords. We're gonna make stuff for you to use. Like this is the coolest part about I think the entire product is you upload. All right, so again, I have a 37-minute podcast. It takes about 20 minutes to upload and transcribe, but it also generates all this stuff. I use these show notes. It gets people's names right. I have to I talk to bands, and so I use a lot of names. I use a lot of weird words, and our system is basically learned how all those words work. So I just copy this and I will post that into my Spotify creator when I'm uploading an episode. That's what I put as my show notes. If you need episode art, we can make episode art for you. Just you click the colors you like, the aspect ratio you like, and we'll make stuff for you. If I leave out of here, will it?
It'll keep going.
Yes.
But even if, so a lot of podcasters too, they have their established show art. They don't necessarily want to deviate from that template. What's really cool about that show art is you can download it as an image. So even if you're not wanting to get into audiograms or creating video at all, you now have at least these branded images that you can still download and share to social. So we're seeing a lot of podcasters kind of marry this component with the social captions component. So it'll be an easy entry into social for podcast promotion.
Kind of obsessed with this picture, by the way. This looks really, really cool. I love that. So here is keywords that you can use for, again, a lot of this stuff is SEO things. Here's social copy. Literally, we build stuff based off of what places usually like. So X likes stuff like this. TikTok copy looks like this. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. We build all these social clip content stuff for you. Here's quotes from the act, and it lets you know even who it's from. Quote from Nicole, quote from Cam, quote from Obi, quote from Juan. This is great. I don't have to look for stuff. This is about saving you time. I use again a lot of proper noun stuff that has actual names. So bringing up Vampire, Weather Day, Punk Island, Torture, Better Living, this will literally find the website for these people. It's very cool. And then you just copy this, you put it at the bottom of your show notes, and now people have access to the stuff that you found. This is a very, very cool. We will build the newsletter stuff. So here's your email subject and here's your email body. Now, probably the best part about it is we'll write an entire blog post for you just for this episode. And then you just copy and paste.
I'm going to talk about this for a second because I'm the head of marketing here at Headliner, so I will talk until I'm blue in the face about SEO and all the wonderful capabilities about blogs and websites. So say you're a podcaster and you're like, hey, social media is too much. I don't want to do it. I get it. Social media is being of my existence, but blogs are going to be specifically great for your show because it gives kind of search engines and Google, all sorts of stuff, a lot of context about your show, a lot of extra data that I can kind of look at and scrape and be like, okay, if somebody's Googling for what your podcast might be about, there's a higher chance that you'll now rank. So algorithms, they cannot crawl audio. So that's one of kind of the really big pitfalls to search. But having a blog or even just posting your transcript in Tangent on a website or something, specifically for podcasters, Podpage is a really great resource. I believe they have free websites available for you so you can kind of generate and at least post your transcripts, post your blogs. So that'll be a really great resource available to podcasters that are looking to grow through search on the web. So now I'll get off my little soapbox about that. But again, the question originally was kind of like what tools are available to podcasters. So Podpage, very specific to podcasting. We personally use WordPress. I believe they have free options available. There's all sorts of web-based tools now that you can do all sorts of stuff with. But yeah, those are going to be free. Those are going to be a little bit more like user-friendly if you're not necessarily like ramped up into building websites, which can definitely be its own bear.
1,000,000%. And I would say like the only other thing to talk about is kind of like just the audiograms itself. I'm going to go into my Twitter for my actual podcast. So this right here was made by Headliner and posted automatically. This is a template I've made. This is a clip from the episode. Again, I didn't pick this. Headliner picked it. They made everything. We built a bridge between Headliner and Twitter and just shot it down the road, and it automatically posts when it detects a new episode. So my episode went out at about like, let's say, 10:30. It posted about like 45 minutes later. And I didn't have to touch anything. That's promotion. That's how you do it. And I think that using Headliner can make things just a lot simpler. It works this thing works in Instagram. Literally, let's say you wanted to make an automation right now. You pick your podcast, 5 at the door. This is mine. And then this is where we can send stuff. You can have, so let's say what's like the best version of where you're using this at its fullest. Instagram has 2 shapes, Instagram story and Instagram reel. Well, I mean, yeah, technically this could be 3 different automations right there. YouTube, at full episode clip, there's 3 right there. Facebook, there's a bunch of all these things going to the same spot. There's just so many things that you can make automations for that just shoots out all these clips that are your branding. This is how promotion works. What's the word? Omni something. Is this the Omni share thing? Omni-channel.
That's the Omni word that I think that's what. Also, I wasn't like totally paying attention here. I was answering a question in the chat. But omni-channel, that's my marketing word.
The omni-channel approach is just like the biggest net. There's just lots of ways to just promote, and you can just make a bunch of automations that just like send your stuff everywhere, that you now have your time back, and now you've promoted without having to lay a finger down, which is the vibe.
And then we did get a question, and I'm pretty sure that I answered this properly. They asked, how does Headliner work with Buzzsprout? I'm pretty sure we have an integration with Buzzsprout that allows you to create manual clips.
Yes. So it will, I believe the way that all of our APIs work is it's our episode wizard. Our audiogram wizard specifically. So there will be a part where you upload this episode into Buzzsprout, and it says like make video clip or something like that. And that will open up a new tab. Visual sound bites. You see, sometimes it's not even up to us what we even call it. They get to call it whatever they want to call it. And so I bet you click that, and it opens up, into the wizard where it says, we've pulled the clip for you probably already from that episode, and then you just get to pull the template, make your clip. You actually there's a lot of stuff you can do in that, but it's kind of like Headliner light. It is a quick, easy way to make audiograms from the Buzzsprout ecosystem. Most podcast host ecosystems API with us so that you can make these kind of clips because they can't. They just use us as like a little tool. Omnipresence, maybe that's the vibe. Yes, omnipresence is what we're looking for when it comes to like sharing everything. Omni is the word. It's the word of the day, or a prefix of the day.
I was going to say the root.
Yeah, 100%. That is kind of how all of our APIs work. APIs are basically just bridges and sharing data. And that's the whole thing. It's just most of these places did not want to build something like Headliner, so they API with us so that users can make your visual sound bites / audiograms / videos / whatever we want to call them. We make that easy, and that's why that's available on Buzzsprout.
And I believe Buzzsprout has their own templates and everything available too.
I believe so as well. I think they have their whole own thing where they do their own branding and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right. Lots of good conversation today. Lots of good questions.
Hey! It's nice. I like, we like yapping. So like this has been really, really cool.
I mean, we do work for or we have podcasts, and then we also work at a podcasting company. So we clearly enjoy conversation.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. But yeah, I think that is kind of like all the big stuff from the last week. I'm really excited about the full episode, captioning, the template contest. I don't know how many times I got to say it. We're getting some really cool stuff. If you want a template that you make inside of Headliner, throw us. We post the link somewhere. We'll post it at the end of this, where you can just make something and you can literally leave your mark on the Headliner network. I'm doing one. I want to do it.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing the link right now. I dropped
in
earlier in the chat. There is a whole section about how to enter the template design contest, and it's in our Learn Center, and I'm just posting the actual link right now so you can just straight up enter the contest. Not necessarily if you want to learn more about the contest, just enter straight up. Oh.
Ooh, I see it. People will click on the picture instead of the link. When they get nowhere, they get discouraged and move on. If you click the picture, it just opens up the picture. So people are thinking that clicking the picture will take them to the episode.
I think that's what they're referring to. And I think that's what, so yeah, unfortunately, there's not a way for you to, on social, link, like a outlink, the image or video. You can, I'll call to action. So in the actual like caption, you can write a link to it. So that provides a really easy way to do it. Granted, that does give a little bit more work on the user's end because now they have to click, or if it's on Instagram, they can't click a link. They have to go to your bio, then they have to click the link in your bio and then do it. It's a whole thing. That's why a lot of people I know really enjoy using Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky. That always allows for the linking capabilities. Spotify directly, they are trying to kind of answer that issue. So they do have now the clips in Spotify. So that kind of gives listeners that use Spotify to listen to podcasts a really easy way to see clips, like just on their discovery scrolling. They can click those clips directly and then they can listen to the full episode. That's a really cool update. I would really hope that more listening platforms are going to be rolling that out as well. But again, so that's another way that you could use audiograms or video clips, however you're recording and creating your podcast. But definitely that is a big frustrating point to creators everywhere, is you can't always link out. If you have a business, then of course you can pay a little money. Now you can add some links to stuff, but that does, for the average creator, it is definitely very frustrating when trying to grow your audience.
I have a solution when it comes to that issue right now, here, I'm actually just going to share my screen and show you this. So the solution to with the call to action with the, not having to worry about like, what's the best way to say it? Not having to worry about your audience not finding where to listen. That can be fixed kind of in a way. Am I sharing my screen? I thought I clicked it. Boom.
I
Okay, cool.
didn't click the button. I had to click to share your screen.
Okay. So you would, in your automatic audiograms, that's the best way to do it. So I'm gonna do 5 at the door. Next, let's pretend I'm doing something for X. I have to sign in. I have to do my Twitter auth, blah, 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 blah. And then let's see.
Here, I'll remove your screen while you're typing in all of your credentials.
It is okay because everything.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Stop. I don't need you to talk to me right now. Okay. Okay, cool. So I've authenticated, blah, blah, blah. Now, here is where the automation will allow that. Now I'm going to go back to Twitter to kind of show you, but here's a clip of today's episode. Listen to the full episode here. It's already a link inside of there. So this will take you to our player called play.headliner.app, where this is where you can listen to that episode. This works on mobile. It works on desktop. Hell, it should work on Apple Watch. So that is the best way to kind of make sure that people can do that is through the automations themselves. So I would maybe even change the wording where it's like you can change like new episode, and then here's the episode title. Listen to the full episode here, or whatever kind of branding call to action that you want. You can put again your branding there. As long as you have this here that says link to episode, that will link to your episode, and then your audience can listen to it through our own. It's kind of why we built it, because we were able to link back to Spotify or link back to Apple. We're linking it back to us so that people can listen to it, and that kind of solves that issue.
And you can, of course, change that link. So if you are wanting to direct people to Spotify or what have you, sorry, I clicked a button. You can link directly to your page. We just can't dynamically pull individual listening platforms links just because we can't. That's just the way RSS feeds work.
Yeah, and it's from
unfortunately
the APIs. It's basically looking for an Excel file, and that Excel file doesn't have that link. But yeah, that's the best way, I would say, to direct your audience to being able to listen to that episode is through the automations.
If you're using social.
If you're using socials, yes, 100%.
Awesome. It still looks like we have some people hanging out. If you have more questions, we're here. Yeah.
We're here. Listen, Headliner can get a little complicated. I'm literally a pro at this because I've been doing this for years. And I'm still learning stuff. That rotating cube thing I found out like a month and a half ago. I'm obsessed. I love it. I think about it all the time. I'm like, that is so hidden. It's dumb that it was hidden, but I found it and it's awesome.
If you've been coming to the Headliner Power Hours, or if you've been consistently watching them, we have been doing templates, and you'll definitely see the rotating cube effect come up more than once.
It's so great. We need to make more. I'm talking to the engineering team, and I'm just like, more. This is great.
Which, in that vein, if you guys do have feedback, I will also try and multitask and find our feedback form link. Headliner does work on kind of an open submission policy, so we're literally always looking for feature requests, all sorts of awesome stuff. So if you have any feedback, I will be dropping a link here in a second. Just type it to us, let us know, because we want to build this tool to be as awesome for you guys as it possibly can be. And if you're like, I don't want to do that, but you want to email us, that's cool too. Email us at support@headliner.app. I'll throw up our little contact card here. But this will take you to all of the places Headliner is, and you can contact us in various ways, ask questions, give us feedback, ask questions about podcasting. We're here for you. So that's our whole mantra and goal here.
And like, take advantage of this. We want to make sure that there's a direct pipeline between what you want and what we can make. Seriously. You are very welcome. But I think that's about it, big dog.
Thanks, big dog. I think so too. I'm just grabbing that feedback form.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is. Is that not in the contact us?
It could be. I don't know.
It could be.
It probably is. I feel like it would be. That'd be something I would put in there.
Cool.
Awesome. I do think that does it about. Oh my gosh, I need more coffee. I do think that about does it for us today. Goodness. Yeah. Questions, email us, contact us, join the Discord, find us on the web. We're headliner.app and literally everything. So.
All right. Well, we're, just let us know if you need anything. Thank you so much for listening to me yap about just the weird ass stuff you can do in here. So have a good one and take care.
Bye, everybody.